I'm here with Matchroom's latest welterweight signing, Junaid Bostan. How are you feeling, mate?
Well, good, mate. How's yourself?
Yeah, all good, all good. How does it feel to be one of Matchroom's latest signings?
It's good, you know, obviously. Look, I won't say I'm surprised. I've been working towards it since I was a kid, so it's pleasant news. It's good that I've got a good contract and I have a good team around me, so now it's just up to me to make the most of it.
So I watched your take your second fight on it was on Dalton's last card. Honestly, I thought it was a very impressive performance. Obviously, you said you're not surprised. Kind of, what are the audience kind of going to expect on your next fight on a good Lara card?
An exciting, fan-friendly performance. Obviously, look, I'm only 20 years of age. I'm a switch hitter. It seems to be like I'm punching hard all of a sudden. But I'm getting there, and that's it.
I was going to say, watching the performance, when you could hear through the telly was Grant saying, good work, Junaid, all through the rounds, so you're clearly doing something right. Yeah. Obviously, as well, kind of that night, obviously, Dalton did win his British title, kind of you obviously got your second freshman, did land with the contract. Kind of, in hindsight, how was that whole night for you?
I was made up, obviously. I think Dalton was the cherry on top, if that makes sense. It was unfortunate what happened with Nico, but with everything, it was a good night, and it's just the first of many. We've been working towards this for years. It's not like it's just come out of the blue, if that makes sense. We've been wanting and working towards this since kids, and it's just a start now. And this is the new generation of Sheffield, South Yorkshire boxing.
Obviously, you said it hasn't come out of the blue. Obviously, I've got one going to amateur career, if that's all right. So, and also add any accolades that I've missed out as well. So, 2 times national champion, and you boxed for England as well. I saw you uploaded a photo with your fellow Matchroom stablemate John Henry as well the other day. How do you, first of all, obviously say if I've missed out any amateur achievements, but how do you kind of look back on your amateur career as well?
It was okay. I could have done a lot more. I was naive. I was a little immature. Still am like, but I was a very immature. I was a bit of a muppet to Fairy. I just did it as a police. I didn't really listen, but Grant saw potential and try and keep it straight down as much as he could, alongside my parents. I was a little more disciplined and actually did things more correctly. I won everything. I got to the finals every year. That was me, the shortage, you know what I mean? That was just me half-assing it. So I always loved boxing, but I'm kind of glad though it's worked out in a way. I've learned my lessons hard in the amateurs, and now it's for me to make the most of it in the pros.
Well, is it so using your amateur kind of career as kind of a bit of a learning curve? And
yeah, definitely. I was going to the Europeans. National tournaments, everything. Half-assed at the training. I was always in the gym, but I weren't necessarily doing the most, and then I weren't living the lifestyle outside of the gym. But it's all learning, and I'm here now. I'm in the pro games. I'm getting paid, I'm in the front of the limelight, so I've got to do everything correctly, I've got to do everything right, do you know what I mean?
You mentioned kind of Grant was a kind of he saw something, and that's kind of been like a significant moment, kind of put into he's kind of saw something new once you're in the gym. How, explain to me your kind of relationship with Grant.
Grant, he's like an uncle, if that makes sense. He's genuinely like an uncle. I've known him since I was 12-year-old, and he's took very good care of me. Don't get me wrong, he's had to put me in my place a good few times, more than a handful of times, believe me. The amount of times I've been called in his office to be given a telling to. He's unreal, but I'm very grateful to have a good man in my corner, do you know what I mean? He's got a good heart, he comes from a good place, and I understand that everything what he's doing is in my best interest, even if I don't necessarily agree with it, and we might not meet eye to eye all the times. I'll still do as he's told by the end of it, because I've got faith in him.
How important is that faith and trust in your training when you're kind of, especially when you're just like yourself first starting?
Massively, because if I don't have faith in you, I won't listen to you. This is why I was a bit of a nightmare in the amateur days, because if I didn't know the coach, I didn't really believe in what I trust in what he was saying, I wouldn't do it. But with Grant, I trust in what he's saying, I believe him. In and outside of boxing, so it's massive, trust is massive.
And then is there kind of anyone, just starting out, is there anyone, obviously you've got Sonny Evans over there, obviously you've mentioned Dalton, who's just won his British title. Is there anyone you kind of do look up to, maybe in the gym or outside of the gym, who you look up to within boxing, who you aspire to be like?
Subconsciously I'm always looking up to the boys in the gym, not necessarily looking up to them like whoa, but I want to, like Dalton's just won a British title, I'd love to win a British title. Sonny's won the world title, I'd love to win a world title, do you know what I mean? It's like, you understand that I want to be what they're doing. It's got bigger, do you know what I mean? And understanding that what they're doing, I need to learn from it. away from the gym. Obviously growing up in where I'm from, Kigalad, Kelbrook, Nassim Hamed. As of late, I watch a lot of boxers. I like a lot of Showman, Pernell Whitaker, Hector Camacho, Fernando Vargas. He's not necessarily how I box, but I like Fernando Vargas. There's a lot of boxers I like to watch. I like the old school boxers a lot. Sugar Leonard. There's a lot. It goes on. I watch a lot of boxing. So Caleb Plant I've been watching as of late.
Oh no. So you just kind of studying the game. It doesn't matter if they relate to your style. You just want
Definitely not. I like to watch a lot of boxing, but at the same time, I like to watch a lot of people what kind of box similar to me, if that makes sense. But yeah, I enjoy it.
Perfect. I mean, my final question: what are your short-term goals, maybe in the next 3 fights, and then what are your kind of long-term goals?
Next year, I want to win the youth title, at least the youth title. I want to win the youth title at least. Long-term, I want to be a world champion, and earn a lot of coin, and then set off in the sunset. Do you know what I mean? Minimum world title. I believe I've got the potential and the team around me to do so. So it's up to me really, but it's just for me to prove it now. I've got the platform, I've got the team, I've got the talent, as I like to say. So yeah, it's up to me now.
Perfect. Junaid Bostan, thank you very much. Best of luck.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it, mate. Man, good man. Thank you.